Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another video and just kind of going on a night walk here. Um, so I actually want to talk about a video that Pokey Prophet just made. And, I do like his channel, and he's basically, spouting out the same shit I am. At first, I was about to make myself look stupid and be like, man, fuck Pokey Prophet. Like, he's a fucking idiot, you know what I mean? And because he was saying, like, at first he was like, basically, like, he did this clickbait title where, like, he showed, like, and said, like, investors are going to get burned on Fusion Strike. And like, he showed the booster box. So, like, you're thinking, so you're saying investors are going to get burnt buying Fusion Strike? Like, I want to put this into perspective. Someone like this is, like I said, this is hypothetically, it was a clickbait title. He was like, so, saying that you're going to get burned on Fusion. And it's like, dude, when you really think about it, I know someone like Pokey Prophet, they may not pay $9,000 for like a Phantom Forces box, but I know Pokey Prophet would buy one for like $6,000. Okay? And honestly, like, Fusion Strike is literally like an identical set to Phantom Forces. I mean, the Gengar is even fucking better, honestly, in Fusion. And I think worth more money too, which is crazy. But the funny thing, so anyway, where I'm coming at with this is, so Pokey Prophet was like, but he basically broke it down, and I had to sit through and watch the video, where he's like, basically saying just don't buy loose packs, which I'm like, wait a minute, you do this clickbait of like saying people are gonna get burned. So where I was going with the prices of Phantom Forces and Fusion Strike, of like, well, what do I think about Fusion Strike hitting $750? Like, are people going to get burnt paying these prices? And that's a tough one. But I'm going to throw this analogy out there for you. That Fusion Strike, because you're probably wondering, like, should I sell my Fusion now? Should I hold my Fusion? What should I do with my Fusion? And my only best options are saying to split your Fusion cases into 2 Chilling Reign, just because Chilling Reign will do the same thing Fusion did. But if you believe in Fusion Strike, and this is my mindset, because I have a case of it, to sell it or not, my mindset is to just continue holding, even though it's like a massive, like, I've gained $5,000 on my Fusion box, dude. Like, I bought it for $1,000. It's now like $6,000. So I have a massive reason to want to cash out on Fusion right now, and I still just refuse to do it, because like a Phantom Forces case, and I understand this is an older set, but a Phantom Forces case is literally like $60,000. And I mean, yeah, it's a lot older case, but it's still, like, to me, I think Fusion Strike has more room to run, where, like, I would probably trade it for 2 chilling cases just to have like a split, just to have 12 booster boxes instead of 6 that are good. So that's the only thing I would really trade it for. But as far as cashing it out, I'm not doing that. Like, I already had was it like $5,600 offer or $5,500 offer, and I turned it down, because I just don't think it's done running. Like, I think it'll hit at least $1,000 a box, but I think eventually people are going to realize, like, the old arts are just special, and they're in kind of a league of their own. Like, really, when you think about it, compare like Sword and Shield Era to like XY, or Black and White. Like, think how many like really not that memorable cards are in both sets. Like, even Phantom Forces, like, it has the one Gengar, but the only thing memorable about it is it being super old and rare. Like, that's the combo that drives a set like Phantom Forces, is being super old, super rare. So that's why, like, I don't think it's really, worth it to sell Fusion right now, because, I mean, if it even does slightly as good as Phantom Forces, I mean, you could be looking at a $10,000 case. I mean, I'm not saying, that's far out of the expectations, so I don't know. I think, Fusion over the next 10 years, think about it, 10 years is a long time. I mean, it really could be like a $50,000 case, especially if people realize that, like, alt arts are just like the gold stars basically were, and they're just a special era. It could go crazier, and that's why I'm still just continuing to hold everything. Like, I trust me, I want to cash out, like, Evolving Skies at 2K, like, trust me, I really want to cash out on it, because it's just, I really don't even care, but at the same time, I'm like, these are, like, the greatest eras of Pokemon, and yes, they're not extremely rare yet, like, they're getting rarer by the day, but I just feel like they have a lot more room to run. And I mean, I'm just continuing to hold, like, I love my Fusion case. Ever since the day I bought it, I've always loved it. And I think it was maybe my first case, something like that. But either way, I don't really want to move it for, like, really anything under 10 grand, like, so I think I would just continue to hold, like, unless someone offers you, like, a nice split of Chilling Reign. But, if you make those comparisons with Fusion Strike and Phantom, I mean, I know that's crazily bullish, trust me, to think, a $6,000 case will ever be worth $55K. I mean, that's downright asinine, don't get me wrong. Like, it probably won't be worth $55K, so don't, like, take this as to the bank as my advice. But I'm just saying, when you make the comparison, I mean, Fusion's kind of a cooler set. I'm just saying, but it's not rare. That's the difference, folks. Phantom Forces is rare, so that is why it is so expensive. But there's nothing to say that Fusion Strike in the next 5 years couldn't be even rarer or more appreciated. I mean, it's so hard to tell, but I just don't see it going down from here. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Same with Chilling. I just think this stuff has so much more potential. And yeah, I'm not in really any hurry to cash out, even though everything I have is literally just skyrocketed. But, that's just me. If you need the money, now's a great time to cash. But if you don't need the money and don't really give a fuck, I would continue to hold. And also, this is a public service announcement for all the people that offer me $200 for a fucking 151 UPC. Fuck off. God, I hate when people do that shit. It's so annoying. People hit you up. They're like, hey, you got a 151 UPC? I'll give you 200 each. Like, hell no, dude. I'll light that fucker on fire first. Throw it down a hill before I would ever fucking sell it for $200. Anyway, so that's just the shit we're dealing with. But anyway, to get even farther into my point, PokeProfit made a really good analogy, and this is why I use this on my channel, not because I watched him, because I just fucking know that buying loose packs does not work near as good as a booster box. And that's where we get in to make the comparison of, like, Fusion Strike packs, like, loose are like $10, okay, $11. Now 36 packs are what, like $360. The booster box itself is $700. Okay, I mean, sorry, $850. God, the prices are climbing. But so it's $850. It is literally twice as expensive as buying 36 loose packs. That's why we stress on this channel. I'm not trying to be, like, unique and go with the crowd, but every booster box outperforms all these weird ass sealed products, guys. Like, you guys buying these booster bundles and shit, you guys are like learning the noob shit, bro. Like, you're doing the noob shit. I hate to say it, because I was like you guys, like, that are watching my channel right now. You guys that bought a bunch of bundles, I was like you guys. So I'm not saying it's anything bad, like, you're trying, and that's understandable. But, like, I learned it the hard way too, guys. Like, trust me, I bought fucking 40 Celebrations boxes, bro. And I'm telling you, I have 4 grand in Celebrations. It's a terrible idea. I'm telling you from going through it. I'm telling you from buying collections from people, like, doing fucking $100,000 deals of buying and selling fucking people's collectibles. Like, in the past 3 years at least. Like, I'm telling you, you know, it's just not, it's not worth it. Okay? Like, I'm giving you the best advice I can. I want booster bundles to be big, trust me. And at first I really thought maybe they have potential and stuff like that, but I've learned my lesson. Like, and look at the prices they show, guys. You guys can't even deny it. Like, they show it. Like Fusion Strike loose packs are $360, and no one really wants to buy loose packs because they're sketchy. You know, a booster box is fucking $850. I mean, guys, I wanted to be that guy too. Like, ETBs, motherfuckers. Trust me, I was back in the day. I was the ETB king. Like, I was like evolving ETBs amongst everything. You buy cheaper, you buy more of them. Like, I was that guy. Trust me, I was where you guys were at. And I'm just fucking teaching you the way of the road. Booster boxes will always be preferred because it is a collectible in itself. And to add one to that, sealed cases are a collectible in themselves. That's why you're seeing a sealed case of Fusion Strike be like $5,600, $5,700, but the booster boxes are a little cheaper. You know, like, that's why, like, you're basically seeing, okay, for a case, let's say it's almost $6K. You're paying pretty much like $950 to $1,000 a box if you get the case. Okay, the sealed case. If you buy the individual boxes, it's cheaper. That's just how it works. And these collection boxes, eventually, if you don't sell them in collection box form, you're breaking them down and selling them for the loose pack price. I'm letting you guys know how it works. You can't turn booster bundles into booster boxes. Yes, you can trade them for booster boxes, but it's very fucking difficult. You don't have a good negotiating tool because anyone with an expensive booster box, they're going to say, no, I want cash. That's just how it is. And then they're fucking hard to trade. Like, I'm trying to teach you guys game, okay? You have to listen. Like, you really think booster bundles are going to outperform Chilling Reign booster boxes? Are you serious? And I mean, I understand the UPCs, hey, they're kind of in a league in their own, you know? Like, I like UPCs, and I think they are like a nice substitute for a booster box. But I wouldn't say go heavy in them. Like, the only reason I bought a bunch of UPCs was because they were dirt cheap. That's the only reason you even see 151 and Charizard UPCs in my collection. I bought them because they were like 80, you know? So, that's the only reason you see UPCs. Everything else is booster boxes. I've already learned the lesson, dude. And I know some of you already know this, and I'm sorry to repeat things, but it's just the truth. Like, look at the numbers. They speak for themselves, dude. It's history. People want sealed cases. And over time, they want that sealed case even more than they do an individual booster box or a bunch of bundles. Like, it's common sense, guys. It just is, you know. I don't mean to call any of you stupid that are doing it. I don't mean to be like a dick or anything like that, you know, but I'm just telling you the facts. People want booster boxes more over time, and they want them in perfect fucking condition because they're all picky little bitches. Like, if you buy boxes that have a little crack in them or a cut, people knock like $100, $200 off that, dude. So if that doesn't show how important booster boxes are, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Like, if you cut tape down your booster boxes cases, you might as well slash $500 in value off that, even for modern. Let alone if it's vintage. You crack a case, dude, that's a $10,000 mistake. Like, to be real. Like, just letting you guys know, game is game. That's all we have for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe learned something, because, like, I'm literally just telling you the truth. You know, like, hey, if booster bundles, I thought they were going to be the next thing, I would be on here screaming it to the rooftops, like, guys, booster bundles are the play. Get them while you can, you know. But it's just not. And you could argue specialty sets, yeah, you see what the specialty sets are really doing, right? Like 151, Crown Zenith, like, both of them are kind of in the toilet. Like, the fucking chase cards aren't worth a lot. They're pretty underrated. I love the arts, guys. Like, I'm with you. But they're not doing good, like, long term. Not like what Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign are going to do. And Lost Origin. These old art sets are different. They switched the game up. And, I mean, hey, you are taking a risk, though. And because this is in the back of my mind. And it scares me because I think Pokemon might do this. With Prismatic, since it's kind of more valuable than all the sets of Sword and Shield that have ever existed, if Pokemon dumps that on the market and floods it, literally the price of every box could fucking crash. But, I'm saying a big but. That's a big risk you take. And, like I said, Sword and Shield just gets older. You know, it's disappearing. And, you know, I still think Prismatic's going to do good. But I'm just saying, that is a risk that we all take. And I don't know. I think about that a good bit. But I'm pretty still confident to hold. You know. But let me know what you guys think. You know, am I right on this one? Or am I wrong? Our booster bundle's the future. But yeah, like, I hate to break it to you guys, but look at the numbers, man. They don't lie. But that's what PokeProfit was really saying, though, is, you know, basically the booster box has become the sealed collectible over time. So that's the secret. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Here's a lesson from Nostalgia Bong Hits. We're out.